Hello, welcome to day 16 of our meditation course. Today, I want to extend a little bit on what I've been sharing with you about brain waves and energy. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about how human beings function at beta waves on our everyday lives. There's also beta waves, middle beta waves, and high beta waves. For example, if you're studying, you are on low beta waves because you have to be alert. But if you're at school and you're studying, and all of a sudden they tell you now we're going to have a quiz on what you're reading, then you go into high beta waves because you're still in functioning brain waves, but you're revving it up so that you can function more effectively. We generate brain waves in our body in multiple ways, but mainly it is through our senses that we receive information from the outside world, and then based on those on that information, our body generates brain waves that have effects on our body. So if you think about somebody telling you something gross, and it can also cause it can even cause you to feel nauseous, or it can give you goosebumps. Seeing, hearing things, there are certain sounds, music from terror movies that can give you goosebumps or can even elicit bad memories. So we can cause a lot of things in our bodies when we are thinking about these. It's important that you believe that you can also generate your well being by the things that you see, that you do, that you feel, you taste, everything that comes in through your senses, but also through meditation. Your thoughts are very powerful. There were two researchers, and this is one of the books that I was reading a few months back. There were two researchers in the United States, Christopher Chabris and Daniel Simons, if I'm not mistaken. They wrote a book called The Invisible Gorilla Experiment. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because the research that they were doing was about perception and intuition. This applies to our meditation practice because the things that we perceive, the things that we are intuitive about, the things that are around us, sometimes if we're honing our energy and our attention on them, can make us miss out on the rest of things. This experiment it was actually pretty big, and if you search it, you'll find information about it. But I am going to make a video. Hopefully, you either have watched already the video that I have posted, or you will watch it after this session about what happened in this experiment. So I won't spoil it for you. But the bottom line of this experiment is that you can condition your mind and your brain depending on the object that you want to place your focus on. So you can condition your brain. If you've ever bought a pet, and then after you buy a pet, you start noticing that same pet in many places around you where before you didn't, that's what I'm talking about. It's having our attention conditioned to something. So when we're conditioning our attention, which is what we have been learning to do through meditation, we're funneling our energy to that anchor or to that object of attention. When we have our attention placed in positive things in the moment, what happens is that our brain waves are affected or impacted positively, and we can actually generate brain waves that are going towards alpha or gamma rather than beta, which is alertness. Again, this is training for your brain and for your body to start being able to self regulate. And this is talking about conditioning your brain and your mind to funnel your energies towards something, positive thoughts, and reality rather than future or past events. So, today I want to invite you during meditation to use your tools, the tools that you have learned. We're going to have a 5-minute meditation. I will not teach you a new breathing today. Today, you're just going to do diaphragmatic breathing again. And remember that diaphragmatic breathing is just belly breath. So you expand your abdomen, expand your chest, then your clavicles, and then contract your abdomen, contract your chest, lower your clavicles. That way, you're ensuring that you are really filling up and emptying those lungs. As you are meditating today, I want you to start noticing in more detail which anchor works best for you. And if you can, stay with one anchor, the anchor of your choice. It's okay if you change halfway or midway, or if you adjust, that's also okay. Just remember that your attention is going to be going back and forth, and you are conditioning your brain to take attention off of negative things, negative feelings, negative thoughts. You're conditioning your brain to readjust and redirect your attention from obstacles and making them windows. So let's get ready. Make sure that you're seated in a comfortable position. Take a deep inhale through both nostrils. And let's get started. 5 minutes. Begin by arriving in this moment of stillness. You are now ready to try the tools that you have learned. Manifest that and visualize yourself trying. There are no goals or expectations, just acceptance. Connect with your breathing. And relax your body. Relax your head, your shoulders, your entire torso. Relax your hips, your legs, and your feet. When your mind starts wandering, notice the obstacle. Maybe identify it and label it, or maybe just let it go and bring yourself back to an anchor, whichever that anchor is. You might want to imagine your brain as it's generating alpha waves and going into a state of relaxation and stillness. Remember that your body is your tool and it does not have to dictate where your mind goes. Remember that you have tools to redirect and readjust. Use your breathing to stay in this moment in calm and peace. And as you're coming close to the end of this meditation, take a few deep breaths. Take a second to send love all throughout your body and your mind. How was it? I hope that it wasn't too hard. It must have been challenging. Yes, it's the first time that you do 5 minute meditation, but you're building up on your practice. We'll stick to 5 minutes for the next couple of days, and then we'll add maybe I think one more minute. We'll get to 7 minutes before the end of this course, and then the last day we'll do a 10-minute walking meditation. Okay, so thank you for coming back to your practice. I am really looking forward to tomorrow's meditation, where you will learning a little bit about the pineal gland and the effect of the pineal gland in your everyday life. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.